What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing the first game of the Saturday slate of the Draftkings slate of the Call of Duty League Stage 3 Week 2. I believe this game is going to be somewhat lopsided, like everybody could guess, and so as the Vegas odds have implied. The Atlanta Faze is favored heavily, as you can see here by these odds, minus 1100, and the London Royal Ravens are at a plus 575. I am heavily inclined to believe that this game is going to end in a 3-0 or a 3-1. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a 3-1 on the Faze side, because I do believe that maybe the London Royal Ravens might be able to take a search and destroy away from the Atlanta Faze. Now, that's what I think the outcome is going to be. I'm basing this opinion based off of the previous game that Atlanta Faze had against the Los Angeles Thieves. They won the first hard point on raid 250 to 160. You know, Atlanta Faze pretty solid on hard point. They got wrecked on the Express CDL S&D. They got beat 6-1. So I mean, if they could get beat 6-1 by LA Thieves, they can sure get beat by the London Royal Ravens. Not because the London Royal Ravens are better, just because they've shown that they can hang in search and destroy matches. So that's a little worrisome. But I do believe that based on these results that the Atlanta Faze has had recently, they haven't been looking themselves, as strong as they could be. But I do think this is going to be a 3-0 or 3-1. With that being said, I'm not going to target anybody on the London Royal Ravens side. That's just personally my opinion. I don't think anybody on that side of the match is going to have any kind of value whatsoever, just based on the fact that they're going up against the Atlanta Faze. Not to talk shit about the team, but it's just I do not think they're going to have any value whatsoever. Specifically in cash games and Draftkings. With that being said, I'm going to order my favorite Faze plays from 1 to 4, just so because I think all of them are good, right? But you can't have all 4 Faze players in your lineup. So I'm going to say my number 1 pick would be R-Cities, my number 2 would be Abizi, number 3 Celium, and number 4 Simp. I put Simp as number 4 because, yeah, Simp is a beast, but usually, more often than not, Simp has games where, Faze win in a game where they win 3-1 or 3-2, and he doesn't post as many points as you would figure he'd post. Usually when Simp doesn't surpass the 100 fantasy point mark, players like R-Cities and Celium and Abizi do. And more often than not, that happens to Simp a lot. There are several games that have been around where he posted 90 or 80 fantasy points, mid 90s, and I just think that at $10,000, Simp is still a high favorite in the whole entire slate. But in just the order that I'm putting them here, I think Simp would be the last one that I picked, just because I think if they get a 3-0 against the the London Royal Ravens, Celium is going to be more of a better pick because he's probably going to overpass 100 fantasy points, as well as R-Cities. They're pretty good players. With that being said, team position is my favorite team position of the slate, with a couple other mentions that I will talk about in the next videos. Atlanta's 15-3, London is 13-12. Those are, records are almost freaking inverted. So yeah, this is what I think about this game. I really don't see it going any other way, and I really don't see anybody seeing it going any other different way. So those are my thoughts on this specific game. If you like the content, leave a like, subscribe, leave a dislike if you don't like it, leave a comment if you want to, suggest something for the channel. I just made a Twitter, at XP Fuel at Twitter, just like that, clean XP Fuel. And I'm going to be posting updates and stuff out there. If you guys have a Twitter, y'all can follow if you feel like it. But yeah, if you like the content, keep watching. I'm going to be providing a lot of esports content in the future regarding betting and daily fantasy sports and season long sports. And yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for watching.